So let me say hello there too. So hi everyone on the video and on the teleconference. So here we are in October already. Um, I don't know about you guys, but it seems to me as if time is just totally different. Some days it seems like the day is about 3 days long, and then other times it seems like things have passed so quickly, and like I'm in the middle of processing something or thinking about something, and before I know it, oh, that was actually 2 or 3 days ago. So I feel very disoriented. Is anyone else feeling disoriented?
I feel like it's March.
Like it's March. Not just a few days, a few months. Yeah, it's very interesting. I don't know. But anyway, I do 100% feel that the energy is absolutely improved. And I find some of this disorientation is when, if I'm on Telegram or if I'm looking at things and people are talking about, oh, what do you call it? Like, just a lot of the negativity and a lot of stuff that in my mind, it's already over and done with. What are you talking about this some more? and I,
Yeah.
and someone had asked about it being a walk-in and what does that entail, and I had said that I really feel like I walked in a much higher frequency of my own, just my own soul, back around 2001, and that when I did so, I went through months of disorientation, thinking I thought that bill was paid, I thought that I was done with that, whatever it was that was going on. And then when I had met people, I didn't remember them. So anyway, that's what I'm feeling again, like this disorientation. Do I know you? Do I know what's going on here? Are we on the same page? What's happening? And it makes
We're
me,
more in the moment.
yeah, and it makes me wonder if this is all not just more of that, like that integrating the higher vibration and the higher frequency, because that's what we're doing, is we are definitely moving into this higher frequency or vibration, and in doing so, we have to become more oriented to it. It's not just, we're not done. We're in a healing process or a learning process. So anyway, that's, I mean, I it's not uncommon for me to feel like that. However, it's been much more pronounced since the equinox, and I can't believe that's only like what, a week ago. Oh my goodness. So anyway, here we are, and now going into October. So let's see. I'm trying to think. I have not, due to all of this kind of disorientation, I have not been writing as much as I usually did. I've not been posting as much. I haven't done the ULBs. I don't know. I just haven't done much of anything. That's the bottom line. And so that's kind of my goal. Keep an eye out, and as soon as I write something or channel something new, it'll be posted on YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook. Those seem to be my three formats. Oh, and Telegram. So those seem to be my formats right now, and then my two websites, of course. Trying to think of what else to say. But anyway, I guess that's it. So I know it seems kind of early still, but I'm like, I don't know what to say. um, so I guess I'm probably just going to jump into this.
Well,
um,
Shelley, the energies have been so powerful, especially this past week. Really been blasted, I think.
yes.
Energies coming in.
Yes, we
and
have.
I felt the same way.
Well, Kathy, I always love your post on Facebook. To me, looking at the ocean and looking at the beach and looking at the birds and looking at the trees, I said, this is all so grounding. I love looking at those pictures.
It's the joy of my life. It really is.
Oh, I'm sure. I am sure it is. Oh, my goodness. So anyway, here we are. Now, as far as just upcoming, again, nothing specifically planned. For those that don't know, I've been working two jobs for the last 20 years, and I'll be retiring from nursing the end of this year. And yay, thank you.
Yay.
And so starting in January, I'll be doing Goddess Light 100%. So I'm really, really excited about that. My goal is to come up with a lot more classes, to come up with a lot of like the ULBs are little channel pieces, but maybe get I don't know, 15-minute things that just talk about energy or talk about different things. And then I want to ultimately put together some classes, but I'm still in the process of looking for someone that I can work with to help figure out how to do it professionally. I have someone that I think I'm going to use, but just, you know, I'm not in any big rush because I've still got 3 months, or October, November, December. Yeah, 3 months. But anyway, those are some of my goals. And if there are things that you want to learn about, please send me an email or something, or post it on Telegram, or post it someplace, and I'll start getting ideas. I mean, I have my own ideas, but obviously I want to hear what other people are interested in too. I do have private sessions. I have varying times, sometimes during the day, sometimes in the evening. So if that's something that you're interested in, just, you know, look at my website, goddesslight.net. And Cindy finally helped me figure out where I had a glitch. I kept getting these things that were just like, wait a second, that page is an old page, like from 3 or 4 years ago. So she finally helped me figure out where that is. So I have that fixed. And so hopefully now things will be running more smoothly with the website. All righty. So where I guess I'm just going to jump in here. It's always so funny because just reminiscing a little bit here. Back when I started doing these on like about 2012, I think it was 2011, 2012. Prior to that, before I was on YouTube, it was only the phone, and I used to have like 75 to 80 people like every 2 weeks. And then when it started being on YouTube, of course, that disperses that. And now the way it is, I'd say there's more people between Rumble and YouTube than there are on the phone. However, those of you that are on the phone are always here consistently, and it's always the same group. And I'm finding that when I look at those of you that are looking at it on, you know, the video, that also is the same group. So I just want to take a moment and thank all of you, because many of you have been here for years and years and years. And I truly appreciate that, because we have created this as a community. And that's what's so important for all of us moving forward, is that we know we have a community, that none of us are alone. And wonky times, disorientation, whatever it may be, you know, we've got our friends, we've got our group. And so anyway, just wanted to take a moment and say thank you for all of that. I really, really appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
Well, thank you, Denise. That's lovely. Oh, and so if you go to my website, goddesslight.net, and I don't think I did in both Rumble and, so there are sometimes people that don't want to watch the video and they want to just listen to it. So you can listen. There's a playback on through the teleconference site, and you can just dial in the number and put in the code, and all that's listed there for you if that's something else you want to do. That again seems like it's diminished quite a bit. However, because I'm in because I'm in this different type of channel, I don't read questions, and I don't, I just haven't done that. And I don't think I'm going to change that. So for those of you that might be watching, there should be a link in there that tells you how to call in if you do want to ask a question when we get to the question and answers. All right. Well, I am just going to jump in here then.
All participants are muted. The recording has started.
Okay. As we're gathering together for this time, I invite you to focus upon your breath. Focus upon where you are in the moment. Focus upon what might be happening in your life, distractions, ungroundedness, groundedness, whatever it may be. Your breath is something that will always, always bring you back inside yourself, back into your heart center, and back moving up and down through all your energy bodies. So take a deep breath in, breathing in through your nose. Let that go down into your lungs, and it goes immediately into your heart. And just hold that in your heart for a moment. You can breathe in and out. And as you breathe out, let go. If there's any tension or stress, let go of anything that may be hanging over you, so that you can instead become much more focused in this now moment. Taking another breath where you're breathing even deeper down. You breathe in, you feel that breath of energy and light. It moves through your lungs into your heart. And from your heart, it moves into your bloodstream. As you breathe in and out gently and easily, have a focus that every breath is bringing light into every cell within your body. It moves in through your lungs, your heart, into your bloodstream. And as the cells in your body become illuminated with light, it is shifting your focus and shifting the energy around you. As you breathe in and out, you are taking this opportunity to become focused and to be very present in this now moment. Breathe in one last time, allowing everything to come down within you, and then taking that focus and that awareness so that you breathe in and you breathe out. Feel it as if it's a flow. Feel it as if there are waves of energy that are moving in through you. And you allow those waves to gently support you with every breath in and every breath out. Namasika Venia Benya. Namasika Venia Benya. I greet you, beloved family. I reach out from my heart to yours. I breathe in synchronicity with you, so that as we create these meditations together, every breath that you are taking in, you're breathing in the goddess energy. With every breath that you are breathing out, you're releasing, letting go of anything at all that no longer serves you. You are in this moment of transformation. What is unique to know about this time is that the entire world is in this moment of transformation. Prior to this now time that you are living within, there would always be some people moving up and down, but the majority of people would just be staying within the status quo, not changing a lot up, not changing a lot down. With the infusion of the light energy, all of society has got to transition into a consciousness that is supported with light, that is supported with the higher frequency. And this is why, on such a massive level, you are feeling this change and this change in the frequency, this change in your consciousness. Not only are each one of you moving through that experience for yourself, whenever you tap into the collective consciousness, you're tapping into what is now filled with the many, many people that have never done this before. So be aware. Be aware that this transformation is so much more than what you may have realized. And be aware that as you move through this transition, most likely every single person on the earth will experience a change. For some, it will be massive and they cannot miss it. For others, it may be very subtle, but there will still be opportunities that they notice without a doubt something different is going on. Take a deep breath in. Truly feel that breath as you breathe in through your nose. And as you breathe out, let the breath out be your relaxation. Your mental body is frequently the most challenging part of a transition, or it could even be considered the last part. And the reason is your thoughts, your beliefs, your ego likes to remain accustomed to whatever it may be. Therefore, when you breathe in through your nose, you hold it in your heart for a moment. You're shutting down the distractions. You're focusing only on your breath. And as you breathe out, doesn't matter what you are releasing, it is only the fact that you are releasing. There is no better way to ground yourself and bring yourself immediately into focus. This is one of the reasons why we have been practicing this type of breathing as long as we've been doing these meditations. I have spoken about this in other channels, but it's always a good idea to bring it up again. So once again, breathe deeply, feeling that breath and light move within you. And release, letting go. Sometimes you can literally feel something release inside of you. Sometimes you may feel thoughts that were running through your head clear out. Sometimes you can feel pain released from the body. consciousness is within your breath and your breathing experiences. Create that ball of energy within your heart center. You can imagine it as if it's just spiraling in your chakra. And as it does so, it can begin to take on a form. Most often, it's somewhat round. You then send it down through your abdomen. You feel it in your solar plexus. It goes down through your sacral area, your root center. And take a moment in your root center to make sure that this chakra is open and moving and flowing exactly as it needs to. And then you send that energy down. It goes down into the earth. It spreads out as you create this new alignment with Gaia. Take a couple of those deep breaths in where you're focusing your awareness. And then as you breathe out, send that breath of energy down into the earth. Have that intention of connecting with Gaia. You feel it as it comes back up within you. It swirls through your heart center, goes up through your throat, your light body, your third eye, your head center. And it continues up until you arrive within your higher self. Look around. Some of you are very aware of what this space feels like to you. Others know that you are moving your focus, but cannot really tell or discern what it feels like to you. Understand that you have you, the human, your higher self, and then you move up from there until you arrive on the soul plane, feeling as you connect with your divinity. As you feel this consciousness and this energy merging with your divinity, first of all, open up and just feel the unconditional love, the light that fills you up, that essence that loves you and accepts you, no questions asked. No matter what your life has been, no matter what choices you made, good, bad, or in between, this is where you align with your divinity. It is your soul that is the representation of God. There is a piece of God within it. And as God, I am goddess. We are but two faces of the same. Your soul is that vision that allows you to see the many, many, many other lifetimes that you have experienced. Look around. It is as if there is a gathering located within this space. The key is that all that you feel, see, or sense within this is you. You can link to other lifetimes. You can link to the future. You can go deep within in this very lifetime to understand any questions that you may have. If all you would like is just that wash and that flow of unconditional love, be open to receive. I, the goddess, walk in and amongst each one of you. I reach out and merge my energies with yours. As we do so, it moves us into the all that is. Whenever we arrive in the all that is, it brings up such joy and excitement, not only within me, but I can feel it in each one of you. This place of creation is limitless. It allows you to move in every direction. It allows you to process or experience life, howsoever that may be. Even though there are times in your everyday life in which you feel as if you are just being pushed about or knocked about by the experiences around you, when you come to the all that is, it is your place to look at those experiences and then create that which more fully supports you. With the recent influx of energy, you will hear about more people opening up to their own divinity or soul essence. As they do so, it will bring in opportunities for you. If there are times when you feel disoriented or confused, allow an opportunity for you to ground once more within you, and then perhaps come into this space of the all that is. Here, well, you can go to your higher self also, but the all that is a much higher frequency. And so this gives you an opportunity to understand even more what may be happening within your life. So, as if you are opening up the energy around you, I put forth a question to you. What does this most recent ascension mean to me? And as you let that move through your consciousness, look out at what images, or perhaps feel what comes in, or perhaps just your inner knowing will give you some answers. What is interesting is I saw for a great many of you a blank space. That leads me to a couple of questions. First of all, as your energy and frequency moves to a new level, you haven't as yet developed your senses to be able to discern what may be around you. And perhaps that is why you have that sense of blank. The other perception I had is that even though there may be ongoing experiences within your life, you are choosing this moment to have a blank slate in front of you, which gives you the opportunity to perhaps start over, to perhaps look at your life through new eyes and new vision. There is no right or wrong. This is but opportunities for your personal growth and expansion. So once again, as if we shift the energy around you, open up your consciousness and ask to know what is important for you to know at this moment. This time, I saw a great many of you receiving information, seeing parts of your life, and even some of you as if you literally made a right-hand turn and you're going specifically in a new direction. In all occasions, you have the opportunity to change whatever is going on in your life that you do not care for. Most especially when you are in this higher frequency, when you vibrate at a higher level, that flow and movement comes even more easily into and around you. Therefore, not only is this about creation, this is about you understanding that you are way more powerful than you could ever imagine. Consider that for a moment. In the past, when we talked about someone being powerful, it was usually because they had many people that were working for them, maybe a great deal of money, Maybe they owned a company. There are many different things that defined someone that was powerful. However, in this new energy, in this now moment, power comes from the knowledge of who you are as your spiritual essence. The unlimited power of the universe is what flows through every one of you. As you tap into this, it allows your consciousness to expand. It strengthens your intuition. It allows you to discern everything that's going on around you through new eyes. These changes take place on many different levels. As you are in this now moment, ask to understand how the strength and the power of your own divinity can most support you within life. It's actually bringing up a great deal of emotion within many of you, in part because you now know who you are. As this reality becomes a part of you for your everyday life, it is much easier to let go the stress or to let go of some of the pettiness that may be going on around you. This is an opportunity where you can experience transition. Transition is about moving from one place to another. Transition is about understanding that no matter what may be happening within you, just as that flower opens up, you can open up. You can find something that fully supports you, brings you unlimited love and joy within your life. How would that look? I notice that as I say that, many of you are just letting go some of those burdens that you have carried with you for a very long time. That is what this inner strength is about. You will now have an opportunity in every situation in your life to be present in a way that you may not have been before. You will now have the opportunity or the ability to recognize that you don't have to do some of those tedious things that you disliked. You can just let them go. When you are in the strength of who you are, nobody can take you down. There may be times when people want to, but you can be present in that knowledge, that unlimited love of who you are. With that deep, deep, deep alignment, open to feeling contentment, as you have this deep love within you that you know is coming from source, that is there for you. No explanation. You don't have to prove anything. You only need to accept it. How does that change your life? Okay. As I said that, I could see that many of you were shifting your consciousness into this higher level of awareness. However, there were still many of you that were stuck and going around and around in the places where you were. You may stay there for as long as you so choose. However, I ask you to realize that you are just going around in a circle. That is not serving you. It is not serving God or source. It is nothing but pulling you down. Breathe in the strength to let go of that burden, let go of that pattern, to break those chains. Whatsoever it is that needs to happen, take a deep breath in. Let it all go. Even though I suspect that some of you will pick it up when you're done, in this now moment, I saw every one of you let it all go. So practice that. I invite you to come together as a circle. Take a moment and discern what your perception of everyone else is. You can see the light within everyone. You can see your own light expanding as you communicate heart to heart to heart to heart to everyone that is within this group. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Coming up within the group, you see the hologram of the earth. With this new expanded awareness, look at the earth again. Look at this hologram that represents the earth. Not only does it give you an opportunity to look at things through new eyes, This allows you to affirm that, especially within this hologram, all these many, many changes are taking place. Now is the moment. And as you send that energy into the hologram, it begins to take on and spin and turn. I invite you to perceive if there are some colors that begin to emanate from the hologram. There is an aspect that goes out within the universe, and the remainder of that hologram goes down into the earth. You now have the opportunity, as you look at the earth itself, as you look at this hologram, you can understand how everything moves through the physical earth. You may recall the times when that hologram would become stuck or lodged in the density of the collective consciousness. Now it has the opportunity, it just smoothly moves through everything. As it goes down, it anchors within the center of the earth, connecting in with that heart of Gaia, with the crystalline energy, and then it flows back outward. Where you are connected into Gaia, it flows back up through that anchor that you have placed. It comes up anchoring within your heart. You allow the remainder of the energies come back down through your soul plane. It then flows through your higher self, and you feel it coming down within you. Take a moment and just feel the energies as they move up and down through your physical body, connecting to your emotional, your mental, your crystalline, and feel how everything finds its own intrinsic balance within you. Take a moment and breathe in deeply and breathe out. Can you tell a difference from when we did that before the meditation to after? Just about every single one of you are now able to breathe in deeply, and you align with the all that is, and you bring it down into your everyday reality or into this now moment. Breathe in and breathe out. If any of you would like to ask a question, you need to go into the teleconference, into the phone number. You may press *6 on your phone, and that will place you into the queue.
Q&A session has started.
We answer as many as we can right now. If you want to go deeper or work more deeply with the angels and I, the goddess, then please look at Shelley's website, goddesslight.net.
Hello, Goddess.
Hello.
Oh, great meditation again tonight. And this is Kathy, and I just wondered, what did you see for me when we were up in the all that is and we connected with the universe? I just felt that was very powerful, but I didn't really get a visual. And I just wondered if you saw anything on that for me.
So what's interesting is I saw you connecting with an aspect of yourself that lives out within the universe. It feels not Andromedan, but something that is ancient and something that that is an aspect of you that you've lived multiple lifetimes. It feels like it's around the planet of Andromedus, but is different. I'm trying to get a discernment for what it is, but basically when in that space and your consciousness was really expanded, you were opening up to telepathic communication. And so when I'm looking at it now, I see this aspect of you as if standing in front of you and communicating with you and sending you messages. And the intention was to be able to connect with you at this time so that moving forward in the future, you can begin to, like in your meditations or in your prayers or in your writings and different things, this is something that you can work with as this transition continues to take place on Earth.
Wow, that's great. That's great. I'll work on that.
Yeah, as we speak that, can you feel the resonance?
Yes, yes, absolutely. I can feel reaching out.
Exactly.
So to speak. And I have one other quick little question. I listened to a previous meditation this afternoon, and it was eating your DNA. We did, I don't know how, a month ago maybe, and it was so good. We expanded our DNA from the 2 strands to the 12 strands. I just wonder, what does a 12-strand DNA look like? You know, a 2 is like a little twisted ladder. Is it just hooked up 12 more strands?
So it's like that ladder not only expands outward, but like it first goes to 4. So like you have the 2 that are parallel here, and then 2 that are parallel to each other but perpendicular to that one, and then 2 more between those 2 and 2 more between those 2. That's what, 2, 4, 6.
Oh, okay.
I think that might be 10. But anyway, that's basically how it works. Is it expands. It's right now you have those 2 strands, but there's a cylinder like energy around it that is filled with information and things that are within the DNA. And so basically you're activating these different corners of that cylinder. And in doing so, then that's what expands everything in a whole. Instead of having 2 here, 2 here, 2 here that are totally disconnected from each other, they're all interconnected to one another.
Okay, great. Wow. Well, thank you.
And it may be because you had done that this afternoon that you opened up to this aspect of yourself that's working with you telepathically, this evening.
Yeah, because I got way deep into that one this afternoon also.
Good. That's great.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Goddess. Thank you for tonight's meditation.
Hello, you're welcome.
I would just like to know, what do you see for me in terms of finding a life partner?
Okay. It feels like you've been on hold for quite some time. You have been taking leaps and bounds of transition in your life. Now, we're not just talking about a spiritual transition. It feels like in your everyday life, just making changes in your life, making changes in your household, making changes in it. It's like you've been preparing for this time and really becoming very clear within you This is what I'm seeking. This is what I've had. This is what what doesn't work for me. This does work for me. It just looks like you've been going through this very detailed and very intentional experience to be able to have you in this place right now as this transition's taking place. And it feels like because of that, you have not been open to a relationship because you still were not confident in yourself, and you wanted to have the ability to know that, okay, I know what I want. I'm confident in me. I'm confident in them. And so it feels like that has kind of kept everything in limbo for quite some time, at least several months, if not a year or two. But now, with the way that things are, once this ascension, this recent change in ascension, you're going to see a lot more people around you begin to open up and feel more comfortable, talking about things and looking deeper at things. And that's the individual that you want, someone that can look deeper, and someone that has the ability to understand that they are more than just your everyday reality life. And so it feels like you've been on hold for a very long time, and that feels like it's come to closure, especially with the recent equinox. And so now, looking forward, it feels like multiple potentials are going to be coming your way. We do feel that you're going to continue to be selective. You're going to take your time. There is no rush because there isn't. And so we do see you having a relationship, and we do see that it manifests unexpectedly, as if to say, you maybe set up a date with someone, or you set up to go meet a friend, and then you meet a friend of a friend, or it just feels like it's all synchronistic and it happens unexpectedly. And we can see that there's somewhat of a chance within the next 2 to 3 months, but it feels more so like a little bit longer once people have had a little bit longer to integrate these energies. Does that make sense to you at all?
It does. And I can definitely, feel the changes even in myself in the last month or two. So
Exactly.
That's very interesting to hear you say that.
Yeah, exactly. So whenever people ask about relationships, jobs, a new move, different things like that, it always has a tendency to look in the future. So if it's something that that you have been working with, and it's something that you want to try to bring into the now moment, then just when you're doing your meditations and prayers, and just say, and I affirm in this now moment, I am ready and open to receive that partner which is in my best interest as I am in his. And in that way, you're affirming it, you're bringing it into the now moment, and that just can shift the timeline.
Okay. I will definitely incorporate that into the meditation.
Okay. Very good, beloved. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Take care.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Goddess. Hi, Shirley.
Hello.
And everybody on the call. See, when I want to ask questions, I lose my voice. What is that all about? Anyhow, I like a year ago, my birthday is in October, and last year in October, I connect through the conference to Master Kutumi, and he said if we call to him on our birthday, he's gonna bless the year to have a best year. And then I connect with him more than once or twice a month, and nothing happened. My year didn't change. Even got everything worse. My neighborhood is getting worse. My job is getting worse. Nothing is improving with my son. When is gonna improve?
So in this journey tonight, when you're in the all that is, because that's where a lot of these creations begin, that's where you need to go to over and over and over again and make the changes in that frequency. You need to you continue to live your life in the same space. You continue to look through the eyes that are the same. You continue to look at these experiences in the ways that you always have. And so in order for it to be different, you need to create that difference within yourself. And in doing so, it's about disconnecting from the reality of where you are right now so that you can look at someone else, at new potentials. Now, as I'm saying this, what I feel you doing is just staying in the place where you are, but just looking at something different. So it's about disconnecting, literally raising your frequency, raising your consciousness up. And you do this by consciously bringing in, through your breath work, through your vibration, through your frequency, consciously raise your vibration and awareness, so that as you start to look around at either a new job, a new place to live, a new experience, then you're looking from a different perspective that is no longer hooked into everything that you were doing. And we see that you've done this over the years, and you've been very, very good at this in the past. However, when things don't have an immediate reaction, then you fall back into that old pattern. So this is about whether you do it now and every single day for the next 10 years or whatever it needs to be. It's about shifting and going into that higher vibration, that higher frequency. And even if your everyday life is still up, there's still the frustrating job, up there's still the frustrating neighborhood. It's like that may still be the same around me, but I'm choosing to vibrate at a different level. I'm choosing to let go of that. I'm choosing to disconnect from that and vibrate at this higher frequency. And when you do that, then everything around you will shift.
But I am doing all this. I work with Archangel Michael, Violet Flame, Saint Germain, Goddess Victory, Goddess Liberty. They all said, call on me, like a Master Katumi said, call on me, I will bless you. And there is a blessing.
And that's what we're saying, that as we're looking at you, you are making these changes, you're doing this, but you're staying in the same place. You're not shifting into a higher vibration. And so something needs to be different in the way that you respond to them or in the way that you react, because you're opening, asking them to help you with creating a change. You think you're creating a change, but you're staying in the same place. Because as we look at you and as we look at this past year, we see that you've made attempts and you've looked at this or you've looked at that or you've tried to do this, but everything seems to us from this perspective to be as if you're still just doing it all from that same perspective, from that same place. And so we're not talking about physically moving. We're talking about opening up to more of your divinity, opening up to a higher vibration, opening up to a different frequency. And that's when all of these different things that have come in to help you will begin to manifest in a new way.
I don't know how more I can do. I'm already doing that. And you mentioned, like, we need to say I'm open to receive. I said that every day.
Yep.
But, I work, I meditate, I use affirmation. But when you do that, when a master kind of said, okay, do this, and I, like a goddess of victory, if you call of me, I will put the arm around you and protect you, and no negativity will affect you. I do every day, and then still everything is turning negative.
Okay, so maybe when you go back and listen to this, you can hear things differently. What I am saying to you in this now moment is that every time you've thought you made a change, you did not make a change. You stayed in that same vibration and same frequency. So what needs to happen is you need to raise your frequency, and you can do that through disconnecting. As if you unhook everything, you can do that through letting your consciousness move into the all that is, and letting it go into your higher self. So in the way in which you're doing your meditations, in the way in which you're talking to these different beings, in the way in which, and another thing just popped into our mind is that asking for all of them to help you, so you can practice going to your own divinity and raising your own frequency through your divinity. And then when you're in that higher, lighter frequency, that's when you'll see things differently. And when you get there and when you do that, we can just hear you now saying, oh, this is what it means. Oh, this is what this is. So that's it. So if you're visualizing, then maybe figure out a way that in your mind's eye, you can disconnect from things and let your consciousness float to a higher vibration, a higher frequency, so that you are then in that expanded vibration and in that expanded energy. And then you will have that, everything will come naturally from within you, and that will help to empower you.
Well, all right. Thank you very much. My birthday is this month, and I wonder if the next year will be better. Or how can I improve? What can I do that I'm already doing that's not working? How can I improve?
You can improve by you can improve by the nuts and bolts of it is you can improve by vibrating at a higher frequency and at a different frequency. And you can get to that frequency by letting go all your third dimensional reality, letting go your third dimension that is part of this. It doesn't work. It's not helping. No matter what I do, I'm still here. That mindset, that belief system is what keeps you pulled down. And so that's what has to change. And maybe just as if you envision the crystalline light just going through your mind and in your thoughts and in your beliefs, maybe that will be something to help to transition it. Because with everything you say and with everything that we're saying, we're seeing you have the ability to shift, and then you bring yourself back down every single time because of the perception and the belief systems.
All right. Thank you very much, Goddess. Thank you, Shelley.
You're welcome, beloved.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. My question is, I just want to know, like, am I doing the right thing as far as job-wise and relationship-wise? I've been kind of struggling with decisions as far as the right person should be with, and like job-wise, I'm trying to move up in my job and doing a lot of extra work, and it just seems like I'm not getting anywhere. You know, trying to move up and doing more stuff for the where I work at, and just what do you see for me?
So it feels like your job, how do we say this? We think you're doing a good job. We think you're working really hard. We think you have a lot of dedication, and we think that you bring a lot of soul and spirit into anything that you do, job, relationship, no matter what it is. When we look at the job that you're currently in, it feels like it has limitations. So not 100% sure. Yeah. Yeah. So we would say to you, continue to do what you're doing there, because as you are giving of yourself, as you are doing the best you can, as you are opening up to, to just do the best you can, what that does is that sends out a frequency and a vibration that others will receive from you that is, hey, I'm doing the best I can. Hey, I'm working really hard. Now, some of the people in this company, because it feels like it's got a lot of limitation, they may not see that, they may not get that, but that doesn't matter, because what you are sending out as your frequency is that I am doing the best I can. I do extra. I do all that I can. Now, with that being your frequency, start looking for new work. It feels like there is a new job that is coming your way. It feels like it's something that is going to pay more. It's going to give you the more responsibility, and it's going to be a better reflection of who you are. And it's one that you'll enjoy going to. There, it feels like it might be slightly further away from you. Or we also just heard a potential of.
I'll put in for as a photographer. I'll do photography and videos, and I feel like I've been doing that for a while at my job, but I do it for free, so I'm kind of like moving up, trying to move up more.
Okay.
This other job I put in for, they're looking to hire me, but I've been trying to get on where I have more responsibility and get to do more things. I don't think. I mean, the job I'm on now, I do my regular jobs, I do extra work. So it's like I'm doing my job and other jobs.
Right.
But they're not really valuing me as much as I do. They don't, And what can you, as far as relationship wise, am I on the right track, or should I be open my eyes to other possibilities?
Your relationship is coming to us as neutral. So
Neutral as in stay where
neutral,
I'm at right now. Is that what that means?
yeah, neutral as in we're not seeing it's great, we're not seeing any red flags, we're not seeing anything. It's just neutral. So what that means to when we see something like this as we're looking at someone, it tends to mean that you can stay in this relationship and things go fine, and it will stay pretty much flat, you might say. However, what we see in you is someone who's very creative and someone who is very connected. And so it feels like this relationship that you're currently in is something that may wear itself out over time. So when, just as you're trying to figure out a job that's really going to bring you joy and happiness and really stimulate the creativity, think about your relationships in the same way. And it's nothing against the individual, feels like a nice person and all, but it feels like there's someone else out there that's going to be more in alignment with you, where it brings, like when we look at the two of you together, it's more like a wave upward that's like, oh boy, this is exciting, or oh boy, this is great, as opposed to flat.
The person that I'm with, I feel like they're kind of using me a little bit as far as somewhere to live, this, that. I don't know if that's the right person I should be with, so that's why I was asking that question.
Yeah, and again, it feels flat, and so it doesn't feel like it's something that would be a long-term relationship.
Okay. Well, can I ask you one question? I'm new to listening to you and everything. I don't really understand the 3D, 4D, 5D. How do you get yourself up to where? Because I believe there's a lot of stuff that I believe, Trump and all this other stuff. I believe all that stuff. But how do I get myself up to the other dimension like you talk about? What do I need to do?
So there's many, there's 20 years. Well, they're not all on the website because it crashed, but there are easily 10 years worth of meditations. And when the goddess of creation does these meditations, it's always about connecting where you are in your grounded episode, like your everyday reality. And then it allows you to expand your consciousness to your higher self, expand it to your divinity. So those are just some steps that if you just let go of the analytical thinking and just let your energy move with it, you'll begin to feel the difference inside of you. Just a brief thing. Third dimension is control, manipulation, abuse, working through fears, like manipulating people through fear and anxiety and anger. And that's what is basically going away. And so when you're in a higher frequency, that's just not, it's just incompatible with the higher frequency. So as you begin to look at your life and you don't get caught up or hooked into things that are associated with fear and manipulation, then that allows your frequency to just naturally be in a higher vibration. So that's just like the 2 cent worth.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck, beloved.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Q&A session is over. All participants are muted.
As I'm gathering the energies to bring this to a close, I'm sitting for a moment with some of the questions that were asked and where you were when you were in the all that is. There is so much that is changing, and the transition is such that it can be very subtle or it can be very noticeable. So therefore, your intention is more important than it has ever been. And it's a reality of, I'm happy today. If your intention is, I'm happy today, then you need to be able to feel it inside of you. Let it move through all of your consciousness. Let it radiate out from you to the people around you. And in this way, what you're doing is you are creating your truth of how you want your day to go. It may begin within your mind, but then it has to integrate through to your emotions, your physicality, and then radiate out through your soul essence or your non-physical essence. And in this way, it's not just something superficial. This is how you integrate it. And if you are continuously finding yourself on that cycle where nothing is changing, nothing is moving forward, then step one is making that intention to step off of that cycle, and then visually see yourself stepping off that merry-go-round or whatever it is, and then creating or opening to understand and feel what emotions go with that, how it feels inside your physical body. And your mental body may immediately try to put all the pieces together in the same way it's been for the past year, 10 years, whatever. So this is change. Create what you want your reality to be. Allow it to move into your emotions. Feel your divinity, make any adjustments that it needs to make, and then let it move through your entire body, and you may radiate it out to the world around you. There are many, many, many energies here to help you, but ultimately, you make the change. You are the individual living your life, and you are receiving that alignment from soul at all times. Beloved, know that I am ever with you and within you. Ansaluia.